Hello again. Today we're going to be exploring different types of discontinuities. Those are those things that prevent a function from being continuous for all x. So let's get started. The first type of discontinuity we can talk about is a removable discontinuity. This is also known as a hole, but that's just when we're talking familiarly about it. We will technically call it a removable discontinuity. We can see that the limit as x approaches 1 from either side of our function actually exists, but there is no value for f of 1 itself. So we say that there's a removable discontinuity at x equals 1. Another kind of removable discontinuity is where f of 1 actually does have a value, but it's not equal to the limit. So again, there's going to be a removable discontinuity at x equals 1. Another kind of discontinuity is what we call a jump discontinuity, and that's what happens when the left-hand limit and the right-hand limit both exist, but they're not equal to each other. So if we look at this graph, as I approach x equals 2 from the left, I'm going to about -4, and as I approach 2 from the right, I'm approaching values of around +4. So those limits do exist, but they're not equal to the same number. I'm not approaching the same y value from both sides, so that limit does not exist, okay? And then one last example is where we have a vertical asymptote. And as you can see, there is a discontinuity at x equals -1 because the function goes down to -infinity before x equals -1, and it goes up to +infinity after -1. So there is a vertical asymptote there. And again, we can say that the limit as x approaches -1 of f of x does not exist. Okay, so that's a vertical asymptote. That's the third kind of discontinuity. So in summary, I've got all three on this piecewise function here that I'm calling f of x. It's defined on the left, it's graphed on the right. So let's see what we have. We have a removable discontinuity at x equals -3. We have a jump discontinuity at x equals +3. And we have a vertical asymptote at x equals 4. So the limit would exist at -3, but it would not exist at the other two x values there. So that's just a summary of the different kinds of discontinuities that we can have. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you tomorrow.